Okay, guys, we are going to go ahead and try to do this. As you can see, I am on my phone. Our Wi-Fi's out. I couldn't get it on my laptop, so we're going to do it the old way. I'm going to show you some things here. I'm going to turn my screen to my laptop. So hopefully we can get through our plan and prep. I did not want to wait too much longer. Hopefully Friday we'll have Wi-Fi back up. But I wanted you guys to have time to kind of start printing things off, planning and prepping for your July. We talked about a little bit on Morning Mingle, but I wanted to jump a little bit more into what everybody has helped create for the month of July. Yesterday, most of the things are all uploaded in your featured section. God willing, Wi-Fi willing, whatever willing, that this will upload and I can get it to you on YouTube today or tomorrow. I will get the recording up for everybody to catch up on what we're doing as it works for your schedule. Okay, so July, we are moving into a fun theme. It's called Poolside Pretty. If you caught Morning Mingle, I kind of went over the items that we will be featuring. The first items for the month of July actually start this next Sunday, and those two are the Purifier stick and the honey. Now, what we've done for you guys, like always, as monthly leaders, is we've created the photos for you. Well, the theme for you, the photos for you, the action calendar for you. I'll go over those. We kind of talked about the action calendar, about breaking the month up a little bit because the first part of the month is going to be more geared towards inventory. Well, we have the last chance sale, inventory reduction, your Christmas, if you decide to do Christmas in July, if you decide to do a last chance sale, mystery bags, all of those different ideas we've kind of talked about, but it's laid out on our action calendar. So you'll want to print your action calendar off, number one. That will give you kind of a guide to what to consider for the month on the right hand side. So usually what I would do for you guys, because it is easier and it's not, is it not gonna, there we go. Um, and it's not gonna help you very much, but on the right hand side, there are some just mean things that we're doing. There's rank, you put your rank, your goals for your rank advancement, your new team members and your sales. And then there is, let's see if I can make this larger. There we go. That's about the largest it'll go. Leadership Uncon. I have a document what to do before, during, and after Uncon. Runs down what's going on for Leadership Day, Uncon, so forth. Our bingo boards, we're gonna focus on Posh the People. And then down here it says Christmas in July. Are you going to do mystery bags? Are you going to do an album sale? Are you going to do Posh Cash? So those are all different ideas. So your action calendar you'll want to print off. And that's not going to be easy for you guys to see. So what I'm going to share with you guys here real fast, because I can't screen share, if you go to the featured section, at the top, you will have your July bingo board. So you'll want to print that off. May, June, and July, you had your different bingo boards. You'll also post your June bingo board. You can win those. I'm going to talk about Poolside Pretty document, so hold tight with that. That is there. I just loaded that. Shay's wonderful graphics for feature of the week. Kristen actually is still working on the interactive ones. Those should be done soon, but these are your feature of the week graphics that will kind of coincide with your Poolside Pretty. Real life photos, took these yesterday. use them as you would like. There's some that are the full feature products of the week. There's a couple of them that I made that I put in here that are items I'm putting in my deluxe sample pack that I talked about on Monday when I shared doing these as our training. We've talked about in our training. Again, there is an extra July items. These will go over. So if you can pull this up to look at it as we go, it may help you. But in the extra items, there's your bingo board, your action calendar, your documents for our before, during, and after Uncon launch, what you can be doing to prepare for that. That is there for you. So I'm kind of showing you what all is here. Here's where you post your June bingo boards once you're done. And I think that's it there. Okay. So featured section has most of that for you. File section, if you go to the file section, Poolside Pretty's there. The Launchpad PDF is there. The July action calendar's there. And then this says order form, but I'll talk about what these customer tracker templates are for. So that will be kind of your July file documents, but most of it will be in media. If you go to albums, you'll have your feature of the month graphics, your extra items, and your real life photos right there. Okay, so either you're going to your featured section to find things at the top of your page, the media section in albums, or the files section will all have different items that you need. Okay, I'm sorry that is so little and hard to see. Not ideal, but we are doing this the best that we can with the circumstances. Okay. So let's talk action calendar and the document that's called Poolside Pretties. Okay. So when we do the feature of the month, feature of the week, graphics, we try to come up with a theme for the month, which I said is Poolside Pretty, to help those of you guys that are newer, that maybe haven't gone through some of our guide section training on how to focus out your week, how to stay consistent in your business. We did provide for you in the Poolside Pretty some information that you can use. And it says splash into skin confidence with Posh. This summer we're serving up skin solutions with a side of sass because being poolside pretty is about feeling smooth, fresh, and ready for anything. So each week we tackle a summer skin scenario because dry legs, mystery bumps, and sweat sparked breakouts are not invited to the pool. And then we start out with week 1, which will feature our Purifier and Honey. In the document, it gives you ideas on what to post. Okay, so typically Sunday, like always, you're introducing those products of the week. Okay, on Monday, it's Mention It Monday. We are mentioning what makes this product, our feature of the week product, Purifier, absolutely amazing. And throughout the week in that document, it'll give you some key things that you can talk about and post. Again, you have to think, you have to put it in your own words, you have to use the graphics we've provided, but really take those things as a way to, between that and your action calendar, to stay consistent in your social media and getting Posh on the people, on following up. All of those things are set to coincide with what we've talked about with what we're working on for our bingo boards, what we're working on with our 5x5 tracker. We take those things and we're just making them a part of your daily activity. Okay. So Besides the Poolside Pretty document, you have your action calendar. The first week of the action calendar will walk through a lot of those planning things. Do you have your action calendar printed off? Have you considered doing a portable party for the 4th of July? We've talked about that in June. Are you planning an inventory reduction sale? Did you print off your prep and plan document for leadership and Uncon, which is coming up with new products? Now, we have a system to our madness when we're looking at the month. The first 2 weeks are focused on turning over inventory that you have on hand that is last chance, okay? Or that's going away, which is pretty much things in our last chance section of our website. So you may want to pull these things out, okay? Then you want to consider in those first 2 weeks, what am I going to do? Am I going to do an inventory reduction sale? Am I going to do mystery bags where I put things together and cute little bags, different price ranges? There's lots of things we can talk about, but you can even wrap them like gifts, like Christmas in July, and wrap them as gifts and sell mystery gifts. There's lots of things like that you can do. You can do an album sale. But the whole point of the first 2 weeks is to prep and plan your people that new products are coming. Okay, new products are coming, but this is your chance to get a great deal on the items that are going away. Okay, what is in your inventory? Where can you point them to the website? If maybe you don't have these items, make up some cute Christmas bundles with those last chance sales. Hey, grab this, this, and this, get it for this deal. There's lots of things you can do, but you have to plan it out, because if you don't plan it out, before you know it, those first 2 weeks will go and you won't have gotten rid of the things that you need to get rid of, and you won't be ready with your customers for the new products, which is super, super important. Um, One of the things that I like to do in the month of July leading up to kind of a new catalog launch, which I would do in my first probably 2 weeks when I'm doing my inventory reduction sale, is I actually do Posh Bucks. If they order things online or they order from an inventory reduction, for every $25 they spend, they get $5 for me to spend in August. Okay. What they buy in July would allow them to use those Posh Bucks with me in August. Typically, they don't get those Posh Bucks redeemable until they place the order. And then I do that bounce back coupon. Venmo, PayPal, you place the order. Here's your $10 back from your July, Christmas in July um, uh, Christmas cash, posh cash, whatever you want to call it. So these 2 weeks here at the beginning of July are important because you're turning things over, getting people, connected with what's going away, and then getting them excited for what's to come. Okay. Part of the action calendar, part of the other documents that we provide for you is one that in the I have everything posted together. If you print it off and download it, it is a document. It can be a PDF document, or you can go to the extra July items. And this is a document I have used before, kind of switched it up, but it's things to do to make the most of your new product launch. Okay. Part of the before the launch starts in this checklist is doing that inventory reduction sale, that album sale, that mystery bag sale. Okay. We'll also talk about and will be part of, because again, I have a method to my madness, your July bingo board. If you look at your July bingo board, on there are things like create a Google Doc, create a jot form, which is in our guide section. I'll talk about those on Morning Mingle in our guide section on how to create a Google form or a jot form to start collecting names of people that want to be a part of the launch and also want to be the first ones to get samples of the new products. Okay. Those things are on not only this launch packet, but are also part of your bingo board to earn bingo prizes. Okay. Um, Other things on there, attend the virtual live for Uncon. We don't know the cost right now.
Shay, I'm still here too, so I think she might have lost Wi-Fi.
Sorry, I'm guessing the same thing. It's still recording, so I'm not sure if she has the availability to jump back in on it or not. So I guess we'll wait a minute and see what happens.
All this shit on the thing.
Oh, hold on. My brother's cursing. Stop cursing.
Not exactly sure, guys. There she is. Hi, my dear.
Oh, where did I cut off?
You were still talking about the blue sheets and Uncon and finishing up with that, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if this records. If not, I'll have to do it again on Friday or Saturday.
Well, I don't think the recording technically ended, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, if I talk about something, I'm sorry. But anyways, so your blue forms will also correlate to your action calendar. Okay. So things on your action calendar are also part of that prep and plan document, that not prep and plan, the launch document I provided for you. So things like do an inventory reduction sale. It's on your July bingo board. Create a jot form or a Google form to collect samples, sample requests, or get your people connected to an online event, your business page, your VIP page, for the launch that's happening on Friday. What is it, the 18th? I have it in the launch packet. I don't have the time yet in the launch packet, you guys, but we will announce that. So in the launch packet, it just says things to make the most of our new product launch. And then it says during product launch, things that you can do. It just says Friday the 18th and then question mark. I don't know the time yet since we still don't know the price and all of that stuff, but there's information there. Build excitement. This will talk about, are you doing a special event for this? If you're not going to be present at Uncon, if you're watching the virtual, how can you get your customers involved in the launch? Okay, so again, those first 2 weeks, your Christmas in July, you're turning over your inventory, and then we're going right into the excitement of building for our new products. Okay, and this is going to help you do that. If you're someone that needs help with planning a little bit more, I included like a little sheet you can make some notes on. And then there's one more sheet here that says things to do after your core launch. And we'll talk about that too, because those will be things we'll do as a group We'll do a question and answer. We'll try to, help each other get caught up to what's new, what's going on, and what we need to be aware of for not only ourselves, but our customers. But there is all of that on your July bingo board. So as you're working through the month and doing these business building activities, you're able to cross them off and earn a bingo board. This is our last month for this. I need to find some more prizes for July. Some of them may show at the early part of July. I may grab some at Uncon. So you'll see that prize closet grow a little bit more. But this will be our last month, and then we'll do our bingo in August. But all of those things go together. Poolside Pretty, action calendar, your relaunch or your launch document, and then your July bingo board. Now, we did one other thing to help some of you because I feel that some of you get overwhelmed when you look at the bingo board and it says 20 samples out in the month of whatever, okay? On the action calendar, I break it down to 5 samples, 5 samples, 5 samples, 5 samples. Okay. 4 weeks of 5 samples each week. Okay. You have 7 days. Carry some samples with you. Get some samples out with thank you notes. Um, Ask people to sample and review things. 5 per week is not hard to do. So to make it more visual appealing, I put this together. These are our little Posh the People or Operation Posh the People. And what you'll do is you'll actually make a goal each week to get those 5 out. Keep it somewhere where you can see it. So it's the first thing you think about. Have I gotten my 5 people out? So that you're not on the 3rd week, like not no samples out and you got to get 15 people, right? This is to help you visualize, market. I'll be asking you, how does your Operation Posh the People look? We this July did not focus on poshing the USA because we wanted to really focus on a few other things. But if that helps you to say, I'm trying to get posh out to every state in the United States because it allows you to think about people you can get posh on, your friends can get posh on, then do that. That is a great way to get posh on the people. Right now, we're just getting you consistency of getting 20 samples out a month. That's 5 per week. Okay. Now I did include in the file section different ways to track. Okay. If you're still not tracking orders or your samples for follow-up, look at those 3 documents. Hopefully there's one there that trips your trigger that you're like, okay, I could totally keep track here. This order track one could be sample tracking. It's got the date, the customers, the items they purchased or sampled, 3 dates that you're going to follow up with them, and then a check mark is one of them. But each one is slightly different. This one just has name, contact method, name, and date and note. So you can kind of look at that. And then there's one more that has date, name, contact method, and notes this way. Some of you guys already have something we've talked about already. If you have our planner that we do, there is, let me go to July so there's not writing on it. There's this one. So maybe you use this one or have been using that one. That one's fine. But a tracker with that piece of paper will be really helpful. If you don't want an extra piece of paper, do me a huge solid and just write it on the back of that paper. This is the person I got the sample out to. This is what I sent. And then you can keep track of it on just the back of that paper. Whatever makes it easy for you. Word of the year is kiss. Keep it super simple or keep it stupidly simple. Okay. So we don't want to complicate things. We just want to provide you with the resources that you can use to work your business the best that you can. and to get the return on the time you spend with sales, with contacts, with follow up, and all of that. Okay, so we had action calendar. We have your examples of what you can talk about on social media, making sure I didn't forget anything. July bingo board, your Posh the People, Operation Posh the People with the examples of trackers. And then your launch documents, which will also help you remember I need to do an inventory reduction sale, Christmas in July, mystery boxes, the first two. Then we're going to go into launch, the phases of July. We're going to go into launch. We're going to have our launch, and then we're going to talk about getting those samples, new products on the people, doing unboxings. It's cyclical, you guys. Whether you're a new consultant or a seasoned consultant, we do the same thing each and every time we have a new launch. Okay. Any questions, Shay? Things that I may have missed?
Think there's anything that was missed?
Okay.
Um, did you want to mention anything about week 5? Because technically there's 5 weeks. We haven't done any of the
Oh, yeah.
graphics for it yet, just to give
Yes.
everybody a heads up, because maybe they want to do something on their own as well that week.
Yep, I forgot about that because we hadn't done that yet. So just like in June, at the end of June, you had those 2 days that there was nothing in your calendar. Our plan for the end of July was to make, let me pull it up here. So it would actually run at least Sunday through Thursday. We'd probably run it the whole week into August. But our thought is to create some graphics for you where you can insert pictures, things that you love or excited to try off of what launches. Okay, so everything launches. We want that last week to feature this is what I'm most excited about. Did you see this? Or like Thursday is going to be like a throwback Thursday because you know we have products coming out that are either similar to what we've had before or it's something that you could say if you loved this you are going to love this because that's the way Posh does it. People often get upset because things go away. Things go away for lots of different reasons. One could be it's not selling well. Maybe we need a formula change. Maybe we need package changing. Maybe we're improving it. And if that's the case, typically we're able to say, if you love this, you are going to love this. And that will be the new product that comes out with improvements or slight changes. So we'll have that whole week featured on, like, Mention It Monday could be your most favorite product you're excited for. Tip Tuesday, the one I cannot wait to try that I heard was so amazing from Uncon. Wednesday, this is the ingredient I'm totally loving. Thursday, Throwback Thursday, or if you love this, you'll love this. Friday, featured bundle that you're super excited to get. So we'll have that last week theme like that. We just don't have the graphics ready yet. So just give us a little time for that. But that's our thought for the last week of July. But you're ready to rock and roll for end of June, beginning of July, and the first part of July. It's just that last week that we'll have the graphics coming out as we have time and finish deciding what we want it to look like. So thank you, Shay, for reminding me. You guys, I fingers crossed, I will get this downloaded and uploaded to YouTube. Thank you for bearing with me as we did it on my phone and ask questions because I will if I have to redo it, I'll redo it. And I will also reiterate things on Morning Mingle that reference the plan and prep video. Okay. All right. Go print your stuff off, finish off your June strong, start your July even stronger. You know what you have to do. Now put those action into steps. All right. Thanks for joining me, and fingers crossed it uploads. Talk to you guys
Thanks,
later.
Jillian.
Bye.